Good morning, boys and girls. Today for math, we are working on a new strategy to help us solve subtraction problems. This one is using fact families. And we talked about fact families in the beginning of the year when we talked about the numbers living in the houses, and we wrote number bonds, and we were writing addition and subtraction equations to go with those number bonds. So let's start off with a little review. And in just a second, I'm going to ask you to pause the video to start this, but let's talk about it for just a second so that way we remember. So it says write the two addition equations and the two subtraction equations in the fact family with these numbers. So your numbers were 2, 6, 8. And our fact family would have looked, or not our fact family, our number bond would have looked like this. Okay, and then we would have 4 equations to our addition to our subtraction. Okay, what I want you to do to get your brain warmed up and ready for math is to pause the video and fill in these 4 equations. There's 2 addition equations that you can make using just these 3 numbers. Remember, it's just these 3 numbers. And then there's 2 subtraction equations that you can make using just these 2 numbers as well. So go ahead and get your brain warmed up. All right, is your brain warmed up? So remember, when we look at this, this is part, whole. So these 2 numbers get added, and when we add, it doesn't matter which number goes first. So these are our 2 addition problems. We go this way and this way. And then this is our answer. So 2 plus 6 equals 8. And then reverse that, 6 plus 2 also equals 8. Now, for subtraction, it does matter what number goes first. Because if we say 2 minus 6, that doesn't equal 8. Well, for this, that doesn't equal 8 anyways. But, so let's say, never mind. Let me just tell you how it goes. Looking at the number bond, our 2 subtraction problems start with the whole. Start with a whole, and then we subtract going down both sides. So both of these subtraction problems are starting with our whole part, or our whole number. And then I go down one side. So 8 minus 2, what does that leave me? It leaves me 6. Now I'm going to start with my whole again, but this time I have to go down this way. So I'm subtracting 6. So 8 minus 6, and what does that leave me? It leaves me my 2. So these are our 4 equations for these 3 numbers. Here is a new problem for us to try. There are 15 birds swimming in a pond. Then 9 birds fly away. How many birds are left? So remember our key words, this fly away. When we are subtracting, we're taking away. So when they're flying away, they're not coming together, they're leaving. And our left is a key subtraction term. So there are 15 birds swimming in a pond. Then 9 birds fly away. How many birds are left? I would like you to pause the video and try solving this problem. All right, so let's explore some of the ways that we could solve this. So real quick, I'm going to jot down 15 birds, 9 blew away. Okay. So here's the important parts of my problem, and I know that I'm trying to figure out how many are left. So the first way that we learned was to make a 10, right? Make 10 to subtract. So let's try that. 15 minus something equals 10. What does 15 minus what equals 10? 5, right? 15 minus 5. Okay, so I needed to subtract 9. I've subtracted 5. So how many more do I have left to subtract? 4. You are right. And then remember, I no longer have 15 because I've subtracted 5 from it. So my new number that I'm using to subtract is 10. What is 10 minus 4? 6. So 15 minus 9 equals what? 6. And remember, we always label our answer. So in this case, it would be 6 birds. Okay. Another strategy that we learned the last time was counting on to subtract. Okay. So for counting on to subtract, I'm going to show you my hands, okay? Remember, when we're talking about subtraction and we want to count on, we start with the lower number, which is opposite of what we just learned when we were talking about addition. And I know that it's confusing. So, but the lower number is the one that we start with. So I say 9, and then my first finger comes out at 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. How many fingers am I holding up? I'm holding up 6 fingers, and I stopped counting when I got to 15. So again, I said 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I stopped right there. How many fingers am I holding up? Am I holding up 6 fingers? So that's counting on to subtract, okay? Today they're going to show you how to use the fact families to help subtract. I think that you have this page with you. Let me see, is this the Model It? Yeah, this is the Model It page. So this is just a look at, to compare, and a learning page. So there's nothing that you have to do on this page, but you could keep it so that way it explains how to use the fact families to subtract. So it's using the same problem that we just solved. Find the difference. The difference means subtract. 15 minus 9. Use the number bond to write a fact family. So our whole number, we started with 15 birds, right? Or, yeah, birds. 9 flew away. So 9 is one of our parts, but we have to find the other part. So we wrote our 4 equations just using the question mark where our number should go, okay? So then we'd have to use one of those strategies to figure out what that question mark is. So let's look at it. It says to complete the number bond. Well, we kind of have already solved it, because once you get here, yes, you're doing this, but then you have to know, okay, 9 plus 6, so use one of your addition strategies, or 15 minus 9, 15 minus question mark equals 9. You have to use one of your subtraction strategies. Well, we just practiced using our 2 subtraction strategies to find out that it equals 6. So I don't know if it has to go in there or not, but we'll write it in there so that way it's a complete fact family. And then, oh, yep, it does. Use the number bond in problem 1 to complete the 4 fact families. And this, so These four equations are the exact same as these four equations, just where the question mark is, there is a dotted line. Well, what is the missing number that we already figured out? It is 6. So 9 plus 6 equals 15. 6 plus 9 equals 15. 15 minus 9 equals 6. And 15 minus 6 equals 9. How many birds are left in the pond? There are 6 birds. Okay. So now we're using a number bond to complete a different fact family. And it's faster for me to write on the whiteboard. So I'm just going to write these numbers down over here and then switch this way. Alright, so here's my fact family. And then they have the 2 addition problems here and the 2 subtraction problems here. Okay? So for addition, remember, it goes along the bottom and it goes both ways. So I'll start here because I go this way because I read this way. 7 plus 6 equals my whole number. It equals 13. Now I have to go the other way. 6 plus 7 equals 13. I don't have enough room to write my subtraction problems over there, so I'm going to write them just underneath here. Remember, our subtraction problems always start with our whole number, so I'm going to go ahead and write my 13 in there real quick. Ow. And then our subtraction problems go down either side of our triangle. So 13 minus 7 equals 6. And then down the other side, 13 minus 6 equals 7. So this is what you should write on your paper. 7 plus 6 equals 13. 6 plus 7 equals 13. 13 minus 7 equals 6. And 13 minus 6 equals 7. Let's try one more problem, and then I'm going to let you go to your page, okay? Tina says that the equations below belong to the same fact family because they both have 5 and 8. Do you agree? So let's look at this. 5 plus 8 equals 13, and 8 minus 5 equals 3. All right. Let's look at our fact family. So they're saying that 13 is the whole number, and 5 and 8. Okay, the biggest number is always the whole number. Well, let's see. Does 5 plus 8 equal 13? If I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have a full 10 right here and 3 more. So this is correct. So let's see this one. Now remember, it's not always the answer. It's always the bigger number. So they're saying that 8, 5, 3. Okay, because it's a subtraction problem, the whole part is in the beginning. But this one was an addition problem, so the whole part was the answer. So let's see if this is right. If I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I add 3 more. 1, 2, 3. I have 2 empty squares. 10 minus 2 is 8. So these two fact families are correct. But are they the same fact family? They're not the same fact family. Because remember, the addition problems and the subtraction problems for the fact family uses the same 3 numbers. So we don't get 3 and 13 in the same fact family. 5 and 8 are, but they're in different areas of the number bond, so they're not part of the same